seeking to provide highly mobile armored protection vehicles to its soldiers in high altitude terrains like eastern Ladakh. The Indian Army is looking to choose from three different vehicles, including the indigenous Tata Wheeled Armor Protection, along with American Stryker Infantry Combat Vehicle and Humvee. The Indian Army has a need for armored infantry combat vehicles for quick movement of troops in the eastern Ladakh area, where the Chinese have deployed their armored personnel carriers in large numbers. The force is looking at the three options, which include the Tata WHAP and the American Stryker and Humvee, as said by the defense sources. Options are being evaluated by the force at the moment, and a decision in this regard would be taken very soon. While the Tata vehicle is yet to enter service, the Stryker and Humvee have been a part of the American Defense Forces for a long time now. To get in detail with this particular most important information and various other crucial considerable inputs, let us begin with today's defense updates of 5th of August 2020. And before beginning, I would like to introduce to you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. We are one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for various defense examinations. You to download our Android app from Google Play Store so that you can have each and every defense-related information, all sorts of examination-related study material and informative content in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I have posted on 4th of August 2020, that is yesterday, and the question that I asked was, what is the re-engined version of the Cheetah helicopter? I repeat the question, what is the re-engined version of the Cheetah helicopter? And every one of you have given a correct answer for this, and the correct answer is Cheetal. Okay, Cheetal is the re-engined version of the Cheetah helicopter. The project regarding Cheetal was initiated in the early years of, and it was aimed to enhance high altitude operational capabilities. Please remember, this is a very specific helicopter, and the requirement of this helicopter is in the high altitude operational capabilities and maintainability, as well as to provide mid-life upgrade for safe and reliable operations. Okay, Cheetah helicopter, the Cheetah helicopter has an R2's 3B engine, and this particular engine was replaced with the modern fuel efficient TM333 2M2 turbo mecha engine with FADEC, FADEC. What is the meaning of FADEC? FADEC means full authority digital engine control. Okay, FADEC was there for better performance. In addition, an automatic backup engine control system is also equipped with the engine. To get in detail with the salient features regarding the Cheetal helicopter, Cheetal has a quicker startup and an easier relight procedure. What is the meaning of relight? If in case in the flying altitude itself, while the helicopter is flying, and if by chance accidentally the engine supply, the fuel supply to the engine has been cut off, or the engine has suddenly been stopped, then it is very easy to relight the engine when compared to other helicopters that are operating in the higher altitude terrains. Understanding? So also another important feature is that it has improved reliability and easier handling of engine. It has higher thermal margins, resulting in better climb performance at high altitudes, lower noise levels, lower specific fuel consumption, which can provide higher payload, better range, increased endurance. Cheetal has been designed to incorporate upgraded features such as lightweight electrically driven artificial horizon, a directional gyro, a flight monitoring system FMS, a cockpit voice recorder CVR, a modular warning lights, master flasher warning, and modern electrical system. That is it with the most important features regarding the Cheetal helicopter. Now we will begin with the first and foremost important defense update, that in a first, women soldiers are deployed on combat duty near the line of control near the Pakistan. So on deputation from paramilitary force Assam Rifles, the women platoon has been stationed at the Tangdhar sector of North Kashmir, and all of these women are just around 30 women soldiers. They are guarding our Indian border, okay, India-Pakistan border. So all of these 30 women soldiers are led by Captain Gursimran Kaur of the Army Service Corps. She is herself a third generation military officer of her family. That means her father and grandparents are also there, have served in the army, and she is also now serving in the army. Captain Gursimran Kaur, she is leading the 30 women contingent of the Assam Rifles, who are posted at Tangdhar sector of northern Kashmir at the line of control. All of these are deployed at security checkpoints leading to the LOC. The women soldiers are also being used for crowd controlling and frisking of women, because there are intelligence reports of weapons and drugs being smuggled across. Okay, so going on with the next important update is that the process to grant women officers permanent commission in the army kicks off. I have already discussed with you a very separate session. SSB Crack Exams has already made a separate session regarding the permanent commission to the women in Indian Army, and you can go and check that particular important session there. That particular lecture is already done. So in that particular lecture, I have told you that the process is still on the way. It has to come on par, and the the applications, taking off the applications will begin. But I have told at that time, but as of now, they have said that the process has been begun from today. Officials have said that the army headquarters has invited applications by August 31. That means by August 31, applications will be received from all the women officers who are now serving and who are entered into the armed forces by the means of Women's Special Entry Scheme, that means WSES, and the Short Service Commission Scheme. And only those women officers who have gone through into the Indian Army as WSES and the SSC entries, they will be considered for the grant of commission. A special committee has been set up, as I told you in the previous important lecture, that a committee will be set up regarding to whom the PC has to be given. So that committee has also been set up. Consequent to the recipient of formal government sanction letter for the grant of permanent commission to women officers, Army headquarters is in process of convening a special number selection board for screening women officers for the grant of the permanent commission. Going on with the next important defense update is that about the political absurdity regarding India and Pakistan's boundary map. Pakistan has released a new boundary map. Now this is a really ridiculous act that has been done from the Pakistani side. They released a new map on today naming Ladakh, Junagadh in Gujarat, and also some of the areas regarding Jammu and Kashmir as including there. So they have also included Junagadh of Gujarat into their territory, and they released a new map today on the first anniversary of scrapping of Jammu and Kashmir special status. That means on August of 5th of 2019, that means exactly 1 year back on this particular day, Article 370 has been completely scrapped off. That means Article 370 has been abrogated, and Jammu and Kashmir ceased to be a state, and 2 new union territories have been formed under the Constitution of India, and all of them have been administered directly by the President of India and by the Lieutenant Governors. But regarding this particular thing that has been done from our side, Pakistan is not very happy regarding that, and since it is the first anniversary today it has released a new map, and in that particular new map it claimed the territories of our Indian territories of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Junagadh of Gujarat also in their particular state. This is really ridiculous act from their side, and they call it as a political map of Pakistan that is released by the Pakistan PM Imran Khan as an exercise in political absurdity, laying untenable claims to our Indian territories. Understanding? See, if you do clearly observe this particular map, he did mention everything regarding the Junagadh. In all of these days, nothing was talked about the Junagadh, and suddenly he's releasing another map wherein which is showing the Junagadh that clearly mentions how Pakistan has a very wrong eye to expand its territorial claims and not considering and other things. They simply say that regarding all of these issues, behind all of these, they keep their names as all of these are the Pakistani people's views. These are the views of the people of the Pakistan. In that way, they will completely misguide and mislead all of the people among all the global masses. So this is how Pakistan is trying to put out its criteria. It is trying to put out all of its propaganda in all of the countries, and especially in the United Nations also. If you even see the map, this particular area regarding the Jammu and Kashmir, all of this area, they did not even close that area, and they have mentioned in that particular area that this the border regarding here will be done only after the consultations with the bilateral countries, which include us and the Pakistan. Okay. I hope that you are getting with this particular important information. Going on with the next important update is that Army is to choose from Tata, American Stryker and Humvee for its armored vehicle requirements. This is what I was discussing with you in the introductory session. Indian Army has a need for armored infantry combat vehicles. These are all what AVCs. They are infantry combat vehicles. What are they? Actually, why are we considering about acquiring armored vehicle combat vehicles? The main reason is because of the troops that are deployed on the Chinese side near the LAC. Understanding? So even we have to keep ourselves safer. So we are trying to acquire more armored combat vehicles. So regarding the troops in the eastern Ladakh area where Chinese have deployed, we have to keep. And regarding these, we have shortlisted 3 important vehicles, and they include the Tata WHAP, that is this one. Then comes the American Striker, that is this one, and the American Humvee. Okay, all of these are the 3 shortlisted options, whereas the Striker and the Humvee are already in service with the American Armed Forces, but the Tata's WHAP had still not entered into the service. Options are being completely evaluated by the force at the moment, and decision regarding this would be taken as soon as possible, as said by the defense forces. Going on with the next important defense update is that Jammu and Kashmir, over 500 staff are under scanner for anti-national activities. Understanding? Union Territory Administration has set up a high-powered committee last week. This is to recommend dismissal of government officers, employees that are involved in what activities that are involved in the anti-national activities. That means any person who is working in the government office or any employee of the government of the Jammu and Kashmir, if in case the committee has set up, and the committee will completely organize, it will check up all of the activities that are done offline, online, everywhere regarding each and every government officer of the Jammu and Kashmir, and then if in case they have found that there are any considerable anti-national activities that are done by them, all of them will be dismissed as soon as possible. Understanding? The sources have said that around, as of now, 400 officers are now under the eye. That means they are under the scanner, and they will face the music once the committee recommended action against them after perusing their past record. Okay, committee was set up immediately after an order issued by invoking Article 311(2) of C of the Indian Constitution. Mention in the comment section what is actually Article 311(2) of C of the Indian Constitution. Going on with the next important update is that 29 have been dead in an ISIS attack in Afghanistan, and one Islamic State attacker unfortunately belonged to our state Kerala. The Islamic State has on Tuesday released a photograph of attackers of Jalalabad jail attack in Afghanistan that killed 29 of them. One of the terrorists have been identified as Kalukettiya Purail Ijaz from Kasaragod of Kerala. Attack took place on Sunday night when the ceasefire between Afghan forces and Taliban was still in force. Last year, the National Investigation Agency has also arrested around 4 youngsters for their alleged connections with the ISIS. Going on with the next important update is that South Korea has conducted their first test launch of Hyunmoo 4 ballistic missile. It was on 10th of May, the first test launch of this 800 km range weapon, which features a greater payload than the previous Hyunmoo series missile systems, was conducted at Agency for Defense Development Anhyung test site in Taean County of South Chukcheong province of the Southern Korea. Okay. 2 missiles were test fired, but one of them reportedly failed. Why is this a very special one that we are discussing? Because it was on 1979 that United States South Korean ballistic missile guidelines. Regarding the United States South Korean ballistic missile guidelines on 1979 year, it has stopped the development of Korean ballistic missile. That means at that point of time, South Korea didn't had any authority to manufacture or test any ballistic missiles. But in the year of 1997, US allowed South Korea to develop a ballistic missile that can carry around 500 kilograms of warhead with a minimum strike range of 300 kilometers. Okay. And next, in the year of 2012, US permitted Seoul, that means the capital of South Korea, to extend the range or the payload of its ballistic missile. That means 500 kg was increased all the way up to 800 plus, and 300 kilometers was extended up to the range of 500 plus, and more number of new changes were done. But after Donald Trump came into consideration in the year of 2017, he scrapped all the limits that South Korea missiles have to be done, and he gave a complete green signal to its defense sector. Now South Korea has no limitations from any other country. Okay. Going on with the next important update is that Israel has received an Oshkosh military chassis with world's largest airplane from United States. World's biggest fully operational airplane, and that is the Antonov AN-225 Mriya. Okay, Antonov AN-225 Mriya has delivered Oshkosh military chassis to Israel from the United States. Deliveries of the first 2 Israeli-made Iron Dome air defense system on an order of United States Army are expected to commence in December 2020 and February 2021. The details regarding this are completely provided in the PDF section. Those interested can happily download our Android app, and in that particular Android app, you can find the free PDF study materials regarding each and every daily current affairs and the daily defense updates. Okay. Going on with the next important update is that the notification is out for the CDS 2 2020 examination. Those who are trying to prepare, who want to prepare regarding this particular examination, all the interested defense aspirants, I request you and I urge you to start learning and subscribe to our courses for the CDS, because we have already made a lot of important informative material. The study plans are also going to get uploaded as soon and as quick as possible, so always stay tuned with us. Notification regarding this to join the Indian Army, Navy, Air Force and OTA has been already announced on today. For all complete details regarding the notification, educational qualifications, age limits, exam pattern and the expected cutoff, always stay tuned with us. All degree, BE, BTech candidates or graduates are eligible to apply. Okay, so regarding in detail regarding the age limits and the educational qualifications, you can simply stay tuned with us. We will upload each and every detail, and the links towards this particular notification are given in the description below. Now we will have a very quick review of the topics that we have discussed by going through some of the most important questions. And the first and foremost question is, on deputation from which paramilitary force the women platoon has been stationed in the Tangdhar sector of North Kashmir along LOC? They are deputed from the paramilitary force of the Assam Rifles. Okay, going on with the next important question is, around 30 women officers of Assam Rifles at LOC are led by which officer of the Army Service Corps? They are all led by Captain Gursimran Kaur. The next important question is, what is the world's largest airplane? The world's largest airplane is Antonov AN-225 Mriya. Now we will have the question of the day. And the question of the day for today is, what is India-Israel Defense Pact? I repeat the question, what is India-Israel Defense Pact? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this channel, download our app from Google Play Store, and last but not the least, always stay safe, stay healthy and Jai Hind.